Hi folks, I'm the newstarcadefan here. In the last episode of Battleship Bishojo, well, we had a snag with the Katsu herself. She was getting sick and tired of pirates taking her eggs, which were ultimately her children. Now let's continue, shall we? Morning, afternoon, who really knew or cared anymore? I was on deck after taking care of some minor morning responsibilities first. I stood there looking out, seeing what we were in open waters at that point. I don't know if we got anything out of that compass yet. Katsu was probably soaking again in there. I exhaled, stretching out a bit as I thought of what to do for the day. Since there wasn't going to be as much excitement as there was yesterday. For all I knew, anyways. Might as well visit one of the ladies' day. With that, I thought about my options and decided to visit. Well, let's visit. I should check out what Miyoko does on days like these. I stepped over to the nurse's office, raised my fist to knock, only for the door to slowly open away from it. Well, that's not cliched or creepy at all. I peeked past the Miyoko sorting through things. Honestly, it was the most normal and nurse-like I've seen her aside from the encounter with Sophie. It was easy to forget that she was a professional. At least I thought she was a professional anyways. Hey, Miyoko. Without missing a beat, she turned her head towards me and smiled. Hey there, sailor. Did you need something? Okay. I don't really like either. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna do something I rarely do on these videos. I'm gonna save and pray that do the save and pray. And yes, I do record multiple videos on days, so let's return here. I gotta remember that. Yeah, boy, really? I just want a ship with nothing to do. I was wondering if you needed a hand with anything around your office. Oh, that's sweet of you, hon. But nope, I'm afraid I just finished up for the day. Thanks, I might always show up a bit too late, don't I? Don't beat yourself about it, huh? I had it handled just fine. I suppose you do have a point there. I stepped into the office and looked around. It was surprising how much of this reminds me of just a normal doctor's office. Considering I was in a ship with pirates in another dimension and all. What do you usually do? Checkups, usually. I do them every day for each and every lady on this ship, including Katsu herself. I'm surprised you haven't come in before, so I can get you all figured out. The only time I've ever had a chance to check up on you was on the day you came aboard. Come, sit down. She patted the bench nearby and smiled, turning back towards her workstation. I can talk. I did as I was told, sitting on a surprisingly uncomfortable seat. I watched her as she searched through her drawers, bending over, her dress raising dangerously high on her waist. I smirked, but tried not to think of but I tried to think of something to talk about. So what do your checkups usually involve? What any other checkup usually involves, silly? Well, yeah, you can't blame Daiki for wanting to break the monotony. She stood and turned in place and pushed the thermometer towards my face. Open wide. Well, yes, of course, the nurse is gonna try to hit on him. I did as I was told, just staring directly forward. It was a nice view, I can't lie. Just full on Miyoko cleavage as she bent to hold the thermometer in place. Seriously? I wouldn't. I would venture to say there's probably a fiction with Time Tenshi and Battleship Bishojo, with Miyoko as the Tenshi. I was pretty sure she took notice of my stares and smile, pulling the tool from her mouth and staring at the results. Normal. Alright, pants off. Uh, No, don't be silly. We need to check up the prostate. Oof. Yeah, if you're one of the older viewers and you had a prostate exam, you know exactly what that entails. Oh, come on, that's some cheesy joke. That's alright, you got me. You know fun sometimes, you know that. Hey, you're the one who said you'd thrown off with Katsu having too much fun. I'm doing this for you, you know. Oh, my hero. Hey, how many times are you gonna have this conversation? As many times as it takes. Blood flow is an important thing to keep pumping. Well, she's correct, but I'm thinking she has something planned. Had another one of her famous winks. Did she expect me to take her seriously as a nurse or not? How'd you even get on board this ship as a nurse anyway? This question caught her off guard. She froze in place, the thermometer against her palm before setting it off down the drawers nearby. I should really. Should I tell you really that little story? I'm all ears. I don't have much else to do today. Oh, well, I don't feel special. And I didn't mean. Hush. I'm more than happy to tell you a little story, sailor. Just as long as you promise to remember it as best you can. It's not as if everyone on this ship doesn't know about this. Alright, I think I can manage that. Right, well, let's see. I suppose I should dig up the dirt first. She sat nearby a chair and crossed her legs. Way back when I was a young teenager, let's just say. Well, things weren't panning out fantastically. My upbringing was rough. The same sob story you've probably heard a million times before. Doesn't make it any less sad. I choose not to dwell on such things personally. To cut to the chase, it got so bad, well, I contracted a disease. A bad one. Well, I was lucky mine was treatable. I was granted a visit to the doctor, and it was there I saw a nurse. Oh, she must have had a major disease then. She was beautiful, and that was the nurse talking. Granted, she didn't have a rack like mine, but she squeezed them together, sticking out her tongue. I was just in awe of how gorgeous she was, working such a high class job as a nurse. So, I decided to go to school. I was getting tired of the wildlife and wanted to do something more stable. Oh, so Miyoko was the wild child. Something less prone to diseases that could potentially ruin the rest of my life. I got lucky after. Oh, she caught one of those. So I went through college, and at the end of the college years, I had my degree. Wow. She beamed proudly. And with that, I promised I would be a respected woman, the best in my field, despite my looks and huge knockers. Uh-huh. And while she sulked, I didn't realize how difficult that would be. Not the most simple thing to do exactly. I can imagine so. What happened? To put it simply, well, I tended to flirt and I never said I was perfect. Silence immediately hit after that. I can see the tears glossing over her eyes. Oh man. I recoiled, remaining silent, letting her collect herself. Needless to say, that sort of misconduct doesn't go very well with a professional career. Or a oh, yeah, this is relatable. If you live in a small community where everybody knows your name and you do something bad, then that word's gonna spread like wildfire. Eventually, word of my activities got out and rightfully angered your wives and girlfriends came after me and, well, I was chased from my home. I was lucky they spared me from the torches and pitchforks. She let out a weak laugh and looked to the side, brushing hair from her, brushing the hair from, brushing the hair from out of the front of her face. I made it to the coast eventually, drove all the way there, went to a local bar to drink away the pain. Maybe to hook up with some random guy, and well, but instead, that's where I met Katsu. I was still in uniform, you see. She took notice and, well, gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. I figured a few years out at sea from away from any man would do cure my urges in general. Oh, okay. And did it? You tell me, sailor. Nope. Hell no. Right. I'm sort of accept I always have these tendencies deep inside. Just ingrained in my DNA or whatever. At the very least, I can learn to control it to some degree. That's where you come in handy. Oh? Mm-hmm. So you weren't just teasing, you're one of the first males I've seen in months. You do the math, dear. Well, our friendly? Well, that's a hell of a pass, to be honest with you. Oh, I didn't mean to deflate the ego, but maybe that's for the best. She chuckled and stood, offering me her hand. I'll say one thing, you've been a joy to have around. It's been nice getting to know a man without treating him like a piece of meat to chew on. She's grown up, though. Thanks? Yeah, let's keep it to ourselves. It's not like you haven't chewed at all at Miyoko. I kept that thought to myself, however. You're welcome, hon. Was there anything else you needed? Not really. Did you just want to, I don't know, talk? I'd be delighted. That's what we did. We sat in our office and talked about whatever. I told her about the movies I'd seen that she never heard of and would likely never see. She told me about encounters with strange and terrifying beasts I would likely never encounter or even seen on this journey. We laughed, both of us easing up. We talked about foods. Interesting meals came up that I'd never heard of. The fact is, she never had a pizza before was mildly worrying. Well, during all this, I can't remember her trying a single thing with me. On a grass butterfly or whatever. We just talked. Like people. It was nice. Don't get me wrong, flirting is fun and all. But I always enjoy getting to know people in general. And after all this, I suddenly reminded myself that I would probably have to go home soon. And here's where I'm going to end it off here. If you liked what you've seen, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share because it does help the channel out a lot. Anyway, I'm the newstarcadefan here saying thanks for watching, have a nice day or night wherever you are, and bye for now.